What's going on? My name is NFT Flenny, and today I wanted to make a video telling you guys about what I think is the most undervalued, most slept on, and most disrespected collectible on the entire Veve app. I've already mentioned this collectible and the set that he's in as a part of other videos that I've made, but I really feel like he deserves his own video for this one. I also wanted to make this video just so I could document my prediction because I really feel like it's going to take off and I want to be able to just have proof right here. And as always, this is not financial advice and will never be financial advice. So who is it that I'm talking about? I'll give you a few hints. This is one of the most famous superheroes ever, a part of the most famous comic book company ever, multiple box office hits, and is the leader of the Avengers. So that last one probably gave it away, but that's right, I'm referring to Steve Rogers, Captain America. Recipient of the Super Soldier Serum, he is one of the strongest, most powerful, and most intimidating superheroes that you could ever come up against. What's that? Wrong Captain America? Alright, gotcha. Change of plans. We're talking about Marvel Mighty's Captain America Steve Rogers. But this little guy is even better because he is the first appearance of Steve Rogers as Captain America. And let me tell you why that's important. I've mentioned this before, but not everyone knows this, even if you're a part of the Veve community. And that is that these labels that we see on these collectibles, they will remain throughout their entire existence. So it's not the first appearance of Steve Rogers on Veve. Although that is true, but that's not what the first appearance means. It means that it's the first appearance of this character in NFT form ever. So say down the line, say in 5 years, some new up and coming NFT platform, they get the Marvel license after the one with Veve expires. If it even expires, I don't know the details, but just an example. Say a new NFT platform gets the rights to Marvel's IP. They cannot put out another first appearance Steve Rogers because that one already happened. And that goes for every single collectible. This isn't limited to Steve Rogers. I'm just highlighting him because he is so cheap for being a first appearance Marvel superhero. So this is an historic collectible in Marvel, in Veve, and in NFTs. And this is really the main reason why I'm calling this Steve Rogers Captain America the most undervalued, slept on, and disrespected collectible on the app. No matter how cool the other versions of Captain America look, or how cartoony or, unrealistic this one looks, the label, the first appearance label, remains the same. So keep that in mind. And do you guys want to know the best part about this collectible and why I'm making this video really? Is that you can snag this guy up for just about 20 bucks. So that is insane if you really think about everything that I just said. First appearance, all that good stuff. 20 bucks for the first appearance of Steve Rogers forever. I think that is a steal. And I think this is one of the most undervalued collectibles on the entire app. Don't take my word for it. It's one of the cheapest collectibles period on the app. Like Kripkins, maybe some hoverboard, just some comics. Like that's really all that is that cheap. It's crazy to think about the first appearance of Steve Rogers, Captain America, being this disrespected. But if you're watching this video, this could be a great sign for you or a great investment opportunity. Something that I've learned in my investing time on Veve is to look where no one else is looking and buy into the hype before there's even hype. So I could see a time where something clicks in the Veve community or just the collector community that this Steve Rogers, like, oh shoot, it really is the first appearance of Steve Rogers. This might be valuable. I've been trying to get in before that. I actually bought about 6 of these little guys after the animated version of Captain America, after his first appearance tag got removed because of the controversy around the Marvel Mighty Steve Rogers actually being the first. So after that news came out, I actually went and bought about 6 new Marvel Mighty Steve Rogers. And since then, my investment has about doubled. I could see this just continuing to climb, and I think 20 bucks is still a steal. So now that I've got all the boring, cold hard facts out of the way, now we can move on to the fun stuff, which is the speculation. So for the idea that I'm about to explain to you guys next, I can't take credit for it. Credit goes to Orion Cryptotrader for this idea. He's one of my favorite Veve and Ecomi YouTubers because he just really breaks things down so well. He's very knowledgeable, and I just always learn a lot from his videos. So go check him out, and this is where this next idea came from. So he has this theory that these Marvel Mighties will eventually be used in a trading type game or a different type of game by Marvel, and here's the reason why. As you guys probably know, Marvel gets a percentage, I believe it's 6% of every transaction that happens on Veve. every Marvel transaction that happens on Veve. He's saying that they're going to want a reason to keep these collectibles being bought, sold, traded, so they can continue to rack up royalties. And a way that they could do that is by making these Marvel Mighties into a game. And I mean, it makes sense because they're not the traditional superheroes that we're used to seeing. It would make sense that they could be used for something different. One of the things that I've loved about NFTs the most, and why I've been so confident about investing in NFTs, specifically licensed NFTs, is the fact that I don't see why pretty much any company in the whole world won't make NFTs if they have valuable IP. Because they can essentially make endless royalties on their already established IP. There's no reason to stop making it into an NFT. And there's so much more potential with NFTs as opposed to physical collectibles, because you can incorporate smart contracts, all that good stuff into these digital assets. And so I just see so many companies getting onto this NFT hype, and I want to get in early. So that's why I've loved this idea. But Orion took it one step further, and he took the idea that they're going to want to make endless royalties off of these collectibles, off these assets. Why not make them more appealing and give them uses to be bought, sold, and traded? So you're helping along the transactions. You're creating more transactions than there would be if these Marvel Mighties were just kept simply as only collectibles. When you turn it into a game and you give these guys attributes and strategies and reasons to want to collect or use certain ones or sell off certain ones, that just, every time a transaction happens, Marvel will just be raking in the money. So it totally makes sense that a company, especially one like Marvel that has so much money, resources, ideas, brain power, it makes sense that they would incorporate a type of game into this new and emerging NFT technology. And there's one last piece of supporting evidence to support this kind of theory, and that is the fact that the Marvel Mighties file sizes are significantly higher than most other collectibles on the entire app. And just looking at them, they don't have anything about them that you would think would make the file size higher. Like, they don't have a bunch of lighting, or it's not a huge collectible with a bunch of colors and all those things going on. It looks pretty simple, but the file size is a lot bigger, so that's been kind of feeding into the speculation that these will be used more than just collectibles, that they'll be a part of a game, or they'll be animated, or they'll talk, something like that. So I don't know anything about that kind of stuff, about creating these assets or the file sizes, or like why a file size might be higher. It's all speculation, but just something to think about. And with all these things in mind, this could make the first appearance Steve Rogers just shoot through the roof, especially when you consider the $20 price tag that it currently sits at. So I wanted to get this prediction out into the universe so I can brag a little bit when it actually comes true. Not only that though, I wanted to get this info out to you guys so you can make your decision if you want to buy some, stock up on a few. I personally think it's a good decision. Of course, this is not financial advice and is never financial advice, but it seems wise to me, seems like a good idea, things seem to be adding up. A whale at any point, especially when we move to Immutable X and get the money transmitter license, a whale could easily come in and sweep up this floor, especially considering how cheap it is. They could buy hundreds, maybe even thousands, if you consider it how cheap it is, and if it stays that cheap by the time they're able to get their hands on it. This floor could be swept up so fast. I've got my bags packed before that potentially happens. But not only that, with the Master Collector program coming up, these Marvel Mighty sets might see a raise in value after the actual program comes out. So just a lot of things to consider. I think this is a great investment, a great deal, a great time to buy, and I want to let you guys know so you could have the chance to get it if you see fit. Let me know what you guys think of my prediction down in the comments below. Let me know if you'll be buying some first appearance Captain Americas or not. And if you've enjoyed the content, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing, because it really helps my new channel grow, and this video can get out to more people, and we can just spread the knowledge, spread the wealth, and spread the love. So thanks for watching, guys. This has been NFT Flenny. I'll see you guys next time.